Is it bad for men and women to have? We're gonna say both. Is it bad for men and women to have a high body count? And we'll start actually, Don, with you. I want to know: do you think that a man can have a high body count but a woman can't?
Correct.
You do?
I think that a man doesn't lose value with a high body count. A woman does.
Okay, but but is there a number to that? Like, do you think that like after 50 or 100, it can be damaging to him,
To who?
to the guy?
No.
No.
I think after 2, it could be damaging to the guy if he got an STD that can't go away. But in terms of number, as long as he's clean, he's straight.
So what about for a woman? Like, what's too high for the woman?
It really depends on the guy, but in her age, but in general, like I wouldn't place a number on it, but you could tell when the girl's been around too many men. I don't know.
You could just tell.
Yeah, I don't really have a number.
Well, because she's not going to be honest with you, so you have to tell by other things. Yeah, what you're kind of saying.
Yeah, you have to have her in the right social setting.
Yeah.
Really, you'll really never know what their number is. Like they'll tell you, and in the back of your head, you're really not going to actually believe it. But you can tell based off of the way that they act in certain social settings.
Here, go ahead and respond.
I just think that he had a great point that like you'll never be able to tell. Anybody can tell you anything, which is why that shit is arbitrary and it don't matter. Like I could tell you 156 niggas I fucked last night. Did I? Of course not. Do it matter? No.
That doesn't make any sense.
But I'm saying you won't be able to tell. That was your original point, that you won't be able to tell and a woman won't be able to tell. There are no standard physical indicators to say that you've had this many partners. It's not like a tree when you cut it open, you see the rings and you can tell how long it's been alive. It's no indicator. It doesn't matter.
If you can't see that somebody has herpes, does it matter that they don't?
But we're not talking about STIs. We're talking about sexual partners.
It doesn't matter, but
that's literally the question that you just asked, right? Sexual partners, not STIs.
It's not that it doesn't matter.
But if we're talking about partners, let's stay on partners. If you're saying that you cannot tell, no matter what number a woman tells you, you won't be able to verify it to see if it's confirmed or denied. So what difference does it make? The same way she can't.
How can you invalidate what somebody cares about just because they can't prove what the actual number is?
Who said anything about feelings? We're talking about the numbers.
But you just said it doesn't matter.
If you cannot tell, then why are you asking? If it doesn't matter what answer she gives you, why are you asking?
If you can't tell how I got my money, then why are you asking?
Who the fuck asking about money? I'm not finna ask her as long as it's not illegal. But again, you keep
as
changing
long
the
as it's not as long as it's not illegal. You don't
right, but your question was about how many. Let's focus on that because now you're going to STIs and money. No.
But you said if it doesn't
how
matter.
Many partners? Yeah. And you said earlier, a direct quote is on tape, that even if you ask, you cannot verify that actual number. She can tell you a number, and you cannot verify if it's true or false. So why ask in the first place? Why use your energy on that? Because she can't tell with you either.
So it don't matter. So
what I'm saying is,
I mean, to women, from a woman's perspective, does it matter how many bodies? So a lot of women say it doesn't matter, right?
So I can't speak for all women. I'll say for me,
yeah.
If a man has a unhealthy if he has an unhealthy relationship with sex, like if he has like a sexual addiction that he's not getting treated, or if he has, if he's been in like unsafe sex work, then we're talking about like the mental implications of that. But in general, the amount of people that he's been sexually active with, as long as he protected himself, as long as he didn't do anything without someone's consent, I don't care. As long as it's not an unhealthy, like somebody does, what's the term? A nympho, right? Like that type of shit, like you need like a diagnosis, right? Just to make sure you're okay.
A sex addict.
If we're talking about like an illness, then of course I'm concerned about your mental health and well-being. But if we talking meat and potatoes, just how many girls you fucking, it don't matter. Do it still work?
To me, I think
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Oh, we're about to go viral.
Sure.
men give a fuck.
That's not a secret.
The thing is, men care about body counts simply because you would ask a woman, hey, listen, will you write your body count on your forehead and just walk around? Hell no. Why? If it doesn't matter. A man should know. Listen, women out here throwing the pussy from the free throw line. And they got more bodies, and they got more bodies, and they got more bodies. And a woman's body breaks down over time. It fucks up your pH. Yes, it fucks up your pH balance.
One partner can fuck up your pH balance. It don't have to be a lot. The one wrong nigga can fuck up your pH balance.
And if one can fuck it up, then 50 can wreck it.
No.
And for us,
if all 50 are protected, you'll be fine.
For
one
us,
person can mess up your. That's a horrible balance.
Energy is
and even Mike Epps, but now you're talking about energy. Y'all keep changing. Is it energy? Is it pH? Or is it body?
It's all of it.
It's a combination.
It's a combination. That's why women are not built to be that way.
So you don't think that men's energy get fucked up?
You just said you don't care.
I'm asking a follow-up question. Energy. he said first, do I care about the number? And I said, as long as it's not affecting his mental health or his well-being. So energy falls in that parameters. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Cool. So if his energy is fucked up, you don't think he could get fucked up from having sex with hella girls he never had to learn foreplay with, if he's never learned how to be intimate, if all he know how to do is fuck, that fuck up somebody's energy from having hella sex.
But who's affected more?
A man who has shitty energy in a sexual place, everybody who's around him is affected.
So on your end, you said that you care if a guy has had unprotected sex, and he's getting STDs, right? Because that's a sickness, right?
I care if everybody. I don't want nobody.
Okay,
to
okay,
STDs. That's
right.
Gender neutral.
On our end, we think it is a sickness for a woman to want to fuck multiple dudes.
So
we
a woman should only want to have sex with one person in her life.
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all not getting no.
We think it.
Next question.
I'm not. Okay.
Shit.
What? So y'all want a lady that's a robot? Who
is she a robot?
What? Just name one human being that has one desire for one person their entire life throughout their whole evolution. They only ever want one thing. Have you ever only wanted one food and one food only for your whole life? Only want to wear the same color? Only want to drive the same car?
Wait, are you changing the script? You're talking about food now?
I'm asking you a question.
Wait, I thought we were talking about women. Now you're talking about food.
Desire.
Because that's what.
Stay with me. I know I'm going fast. The baseline is desire. You're saying that people should only desire one thing all the time for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And in what other bucket does that make sense? Just name what other facet.
Well, like you just what we talked about before the show. There's consequences for everything that you do. Right now in our community alone. So no. But I'm gonna lay it out on. I'm gonna make the bed up here. Just lay down on it real quick.
Nope.
My thing is this: 70% of mothers right now are single moms because they gave the pussy away to somebody that didn't deserve the pussy. There are women out here right now saying, "Oh my God, please lay down, go to sleep, baby," and there's no man there. And the reason
that is not the fault of the woman.
No, yes, the woman controls sex.
So it's the fault of the woman that both parties made a baby and one party abandoned their responsibility.
No, a woman should know because women have the intuition. If a
I
woman
didn't say shit about
I
women
didn't say.
having
I'm talking about
intuition.
in general. Women say we have intuition. Women know when a man ain't shit.
Okay, right. And we're also not gonna sit up here and lie and act like men do not manipulate women. Manipulation.
But women are strong.
Manipulate emotions.
Women are strong.
We're not talking about strength. We're talking about mental warfare. Men, literally, if you get on Twitter right now, niggas will sit up there and say, "Oh yeah, I did this the first couple of weeks. I did this. I put on the front. I put that shit on, fronted to do whatever I need to do. Lie about her flowers. Did all of this to get one thing.
And she fell for it.
Y'all are socially constructed and conditioned to manipulate people. So it's not all on a woman. Should people have better discernment in general? Yes. But to say that it's a woman's fault that she's a single mother when the man literally bailed on the kid, he's the villain here, not the woman.
No, but without
okay. Also, how do we get to single women? Because I was talking about desires. You said you was
desires. Yes,
it's looking like a palette.
No, right, and it's a palette because you're not able to find comfort in it because you know I'm telling the truth. All of this shit is connected. You said a woman should not. You said a woman should. You just said to us, y'all want a woman that desires only one thing for the rest of her life? Do you want her to be a robot? She should desire one thing.
One man.
One man.
So the first man I ever met in my whole life, that's what I'm supposed to want to be with.
Yeah, the first man.
The boy that I met in my third grade class who ate his boogers. That's what I'm supposed to be with.
The first man.
What the fuck are you saying?
No, what I'm saying is the first one that bust a nut in you is the one you should marry.
Right, Thanks. But that's not. First of all, most people. That's disgusting. That's not what you said. You said a woman should desire one man all the time for the rest of her life. When does she meet this man? Just lay it out for me. Y'all making a bed.
The man that you fuck.
Well, yeah, we were talking. We were talking about sexual intercourse.
Sexual intercourse. If you meet a man and you have sex with him, make that motherfucker your husband.
So the first man that I ever thought about having sex with, because we talking about desires, not execution. Right. Desires. First one I ever desire. I want that dick. That's what I'm supposed to be with.
No. I'm talking as far as physical. If you have sex with that man, you should be with that man.
So the first person that a woman ever had sex with is who she supposed to marry.
Yeah. Yes. Hell yeah.
And so marriage is only constituted on the premise of sex. Nothing like compatibility, emotional stability. I don't know. Financial stability.
Hold on.
The state they fucking live in. None of the
it'll be less. Okay then. Okay, let's say the men ain't shit. Or the men don't bring that up. But what about the strong-minded women that will say that there's this thing that women...
Who said I'm shaming?
No,
are these real people or are these bots? Or are we not supposed to look at that?
Don't look at that.
Yeah, don't look at it because it ruins the show.
There's a thing that women need to have, and I tell my sisters this as well. There's a thing that you need to have in your head, and it's called look-a-dick. My thing is this: you're in here. If you're going to have sex with all these men, look at the dick and see if there's a condom on it. Nobody's looking at it. Everybody want raw dog Ronnie and curved dick Roosevelt, and nobody's looking at the dick. Nobody's looking at it.
I don't think that's true. I think a lot of women are practicing safe sex, but I also think
70% are single moms.
Right, but that doesn't mean that they didn't practice
That's
safe sex.
unprotected.
But you also, first of all, condoms break.
It's
They're
33 contraceptives for women.
Right. Okay. Condoms break.
Damn,
33.
Okay. So what we're not gonna do is talk about contraceptives because none of y'all have reproductive hormones and y'all don't know the science behind
That
it. A
doesn't
lot of
mean
women,
anything.
it definitely does
No,
because
it
a lot
doesn't.
of women cannot use certain contraceptives. Because
Out of 33?
So is that men's fault that women can't use certain
Are y'all
contraceptives?
gonna let me finish my sentence?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
So first of all, we're gonna go back to the beginning, which
Yes.
is how flawed it is to say that sex is the only predicator for a relationship is spending the rest of your life with somebody. That's wild to tell men or women.
You shouldn't have sex.
The second thing is there are so many contraceptives that do not work that are ineffective for certain women based on previous illnesses. A lot of women have PCOS. 1 in 4 Black women have PCOS. That immediately takes off 30 contraceptives right there. All birth control don't work. It can throw off your hormones. Condoms break. Niggas commit sexual assault and take off condoms during sex a lot. Put those numbers into your perspective.
33 contraceptives.
What are
So
the
if
33
Pick
contraceptives?
one.
If
Give me
33
10.
options
Give
don't
me
work,
10.
why are you still having unprotected sex with people?
Exactly.
But what it's not about having unprotected sex. It's saying that even if you use them, they may not be effective.
So you shouldn't have sex. You're
Okay,
proving our
and
point.
what should men
So
be
you
doing?
should only wait for
So-
that one person that you
Exactly.
care
But I'm not
about.